Now, good morning, dear candidates, and welcome to today's lesson. I trust and believe that you are all fine and trying your level best to maintain the high standards of hygiene and keeping safe from the virus that is here with us. Now, in our previous class, we had a formal discussion of the writing skills, and we looked at how to write an advertisement. Now, we also discussed the importance of advertisements and points to consider when writing advertisements. Now, in that given lesson, we were only trying to look at the improvement of the writing skills in as far as the English language is concerned. And you should not forget that when we talk about the writing skills, we also encompass the issue of the listening skills. Now today, I want us to pick up from there and link this topic to the previous topic, since today's topic also highlights the essence of writing skills, which is note making. So our topic of discussion today is note making. Now, note making is a writing skill that entails reading a given text and writing down important points in as far as the text is concerned. And in this given case, when you are making notes, we have to use point form. We don't write or we don't make notes using paragraphs. Paragraphs are used in summary writing, but when we are making notes, we use point form. Now, before we go to this given aspect of how we make notes using the point form, I want to draw your attention to what confuses most students when it comes to the issue of notes. We have note making and note taking. Our topic of discussion today is note making, where you read a given text and then you come up with notes, short notes. You make short notes based on what you have read. Now, when you talk about note taking, on the other hand, that involves listening to somebody as you write down the notes. Like what teachers do in class, they come to class, they dictate notes for you. So once teachers are dictating notes for you, that one we call it note taking. So it sounds good that you know the difference between the two. So when we are making notes, we have said we use point form. And how do we make it point form? We can use numbers. You write 1, 2, 3, 4 up to that particular number that you want. We can also use bullets when we are writing those given notes. Now, bullets are small dots that you put. So you put there the first dot, you write the point, another dot, you write the point. So those are what I'm calling the bullets. And then we have alphabetical letters. We also use alphabetical letters A, B, C, D when we are writing those given notes. Not forgetting the Roman numbers and also the dashes. So you put there a dash and you write a note that you want. Now, it's very essential to make notes as a student, since it can be used as a way to support your writing of essays, when you are writing reports, and when you move to your higher levels of learning, we will come across projects and theses. So when you have notes, or when you have this given skill of note making, you are able to write those. And again, we are also preparing for exams. Some of you go to the library, you read the books, and then you make some small notes. You are making those given notes so that they help you when it comes to revision in your exams. Now, we also need to consider a situation on how to make notes. Now, here we concentrate on key points to note when making notes. What points do we note when we are making these particular notes? Number 1, date your notes and make main topic visible. Now, why is this one important? It's important because once you put there a date, you are able to know the specific date when you wrote your notes. You are supposed to know the topic. You are able to understand this is the topic that I was supposed to write notes on, and then you refer to the date. That makes your revision easy. Write down important points. Now, in this given case, when you are making notes, you don't write down everything, because the moment you write down everything, that one becomes duplication. You'll just be duplicating or photocopying the book. So you have to go for those important points. Those are the ones that you use to make notes. You don't write down everything. And then number 3, use headings and subheadings. That is true. Like now, today's topic of discussion is about writing skills. But then the subtopic that we are talking about, the subheading there is note making. So when you are using those, or when you are making those given notes, always ensure that you use headings and subheadings. Consider your sentences and keep them short. This is the reason that once you are using short sentences, you are clear. You don't actually become ambiguous. You don't actually mess up with the information. You simply keep those sentences short, straight to the point. Now consider using a mind map to see how things are connected. For example, if you are teaching about a subject like biology, and when you want to make notes on a subject like biology, and then you go to the topic like plants become your heading, and then you have to create a mind map. Think about plants. What do plants have, or what is the composition of plants? We can talk about a tree. A tree is a plant, and then we can talk about the leaves, the stem, the roots. So once you start subdividing that is what you are calling mind map. So you have to consider a mind map to see how things are connected. So in this particular case, we have actually tried to look at how we make notes. And once we are making notes, in summary of today's lesson, the importance is that when we are making these given notes to you as a student, you have to know exactly of what importance this given topic is. And then you also have to know, how do I go about when I'm making these given notes? What are the points to consider when I'm making these given notes? Now, in relation to the same, I will wish to leave you with the classwork. And I want you to get this classwork clearly. And this classwork is read the passage that you have in your textbooks, that is Republic of Somaliland, English Book 4. I want you to read that, any of the passages in those given books. Open the page, read the passage in that given page, and then relate that given passage to what is supposed to be done at that particular point. And then you will actually give me that given work when we meet again in our next class. So I want to wish you a nice time. Stay safe, and we meet again if time allows. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.